and since I'm going to hit the road very, very soon, in a Fiat Scudo, I'm gonna cover the wide Atlantic Way in Ireland. I just came up with this little idea here to cook with Tealight, and I think it's a very, very cheap way, and it really works. One of the candles is out. Let me quickly fire it back. And I tried yesterday. I cooked egg in the morning, and then later on I cooked fish twice, and it's really coming out extremely nice. Of course, this is well, not quite cooking because it's more like steaming really, but it doesn't really matter because you can eat it, and it's just absolutely delicious. So whatever you want to call it is up to you. Should have set that up properly, but obviously I'm not Rick Beato, so you have to bear with me. Right, so I think here you're gonna have the idea what's going on. Right, so that's a much better shot here. Right, that's it. I'm gonna leave this video running. All the way through, so we will know also the timing, how long it approximately takes. But the good bit about this whole thing is that those candle lights, this is the fish, by the way, I purchased from Tesco's, and just the way I like it, of course, because nothing tastes better than a free ride. Not even taste, but feels. Anyway, so the good thing is, which I realized yesterday, that you can't really burn the fish. So if you do this kind of cooking in your caravan or camper van or wherever, and you fell asleep, then it doesn't really matter, because at some point the candle is gonna burn out. Yeah, that's a little bit dangerous because of course it's out of balance. If the candles go out, then so be it. Doesn't really matter. The fish will not burn either way. And that's all you need to do. Now, if you can season it, but I prefer it without any season, because every meat has already kind of natural salts inside and stuff. I might put a little bit of sea salt and pepper later, but for right now, this is going to be it. Now, I completely appreciate that it's for you boring, yeah, now to watch this, but for me it's important to know how long it actually takes to cook. So I will be letting it run, and the whole setup is extremely simple. Just 4 of the Tealights, and it's literally happening. Now the cookware what I'm using is Janware or Janware. This is the stuff. This is industrial standard cookware, which you have to buy exactly once in your life. and you're gonna have it for a long, long, long time. So I prefer that, and possibly you already will be able to see a little bit of steam coming out. Maybe not quite yet, but let's try anyway. Not quite yet. But now this is a time where you just relax. You can do this cooking in your van. It costs next to nothing because one of those candle lights is around 10 pence, and you can burn them up to 8 hours. Now, last time it took me an hour to cook the fish, so that means for 40p, I can cook up to 8 hours. Not with these candle lights, but the ones which are a bit taller. These are cheap and cheerful. I'm gonna purchase for my trip. I'm gonna purchase the thicker ones, which are gonna go for 8 hours. Um, and it's really a good way because you never will be able to run out of gas. You don't have issues. You have that always in your van, and also those lights. Let me just put the camera towards my face now to talk to you that way. Those lights, um, yes, those lights, you can get them almost everywhere, and I'm gonna purchase 500 of them for 49.99. So it's 10p each, a little bit just over 10p, so 10.0045 whatever. And this is the cooking bit, because the way I'm imagining it, I set that up in the van to cook. Then in the meantime, I'm gonna write some songs, work on my book, do some fishing, enjoy the countryside, do my vlogs, and whenever it's done, it's done. But if I'm having a good time fishing and I'm not back just 2 hours later, then the fish is not gonna be overcooked. It's still gonna be, gonna be there. It can't burn. It can't burn because the candles don't put any so much heat on. But the good bit is with these candles that with a special system which you can check on the websites, you can actually do a little bit of a heater. Now you put in 4 candles for 8 hours overnight, literally next to you, in a van. It's not gonna burn away the oxygen, so you won't die. And if you leave the window just a little bit of a gap, the front window, let's say, then it's absolutely fine. This burn very little oxygen. But with that setup, which is built out of a terracotta, or like a clay flower 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 pot, 2 of them or even 3 of them in each other. There are videos on YouTube how you can do that. You can build yourself a little oven which would keep your coffee warm, your tea warm, your food warm, and it gives enough heat in a van that you're not going to freeze. Definitely not. Now I appreciate that in May Ireland will not be freezing temperature, but it might be a bit chilly. And to run a 2-liter diesel engine all night to keep you warm, it's not ideal. And yes, you sleeping back and all this, but if you ever do a general heat, just to warm up your hands or something, it's I think a good idea. So those candle lights, I might even gonna call it the candlelight tour. Now let's see if thing is coming out already. Let's see. Not yet. That takes longer. But obviously more fish than I had yesterday, so that might take actually a couple of hours to cook. But we will see. I changed my mind. I'm not gonna be running it for all the way through, because I would need my mobile phone to do other things with it. But I definitely recommend this kind of technique if you have nothing else. Now, generally with the gas, and there are some wonderful things out there where camping gas and all this, and that doesn't cost much either. But if you run out and you don't have another option, then you have to eat a sandwich. But with this candlelight, at any point, you're never going to be running out. You're never going to be running out because you take plenty. With the gas, sometimes you can't find that bottle which is fits your gas, and to have a gas in a car is always dangerous. Could be an accident. It explodes, goes out, then you immediately die in the car, because if you fell asleep and the flame goes out, you're dead. That's it. Gas poisoning. Now, if those candles go out, nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit smoky for a second or two, but you're not gonna kick the bucket. So the gas is always a fiddly and a kind of dangerous thing in a camping set. So I believe in these candles. Of course, if you want to cook a steak with this, it's not going to happen. But I don't need to cook a steak because I'm going to be more into fish and more foraging, mushrooms, and this kind of stuff. That's the idea of the tour. Yes, I will have to go in supermarkets at some point, I'm pretty sure, but I'm gonna take with me like a rabbit trap, as well as crab traps, and try to survive on the nature. Now, there will be mussels. I'm pretty sure there will be mussels in Ireland, but of course, I will have a barbecue coal on me, or wood I can find everywhere. So I will be cooking also with proper, because heating up water with these candles, now that potentially would take a little while. But I think it's even possible, not with the four, but I've got another setup with 13 or 14 candles. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and let's see what's gonna happen. So dog is for checking out this cooking. Now, as I said, I won't be able to run it all the way through, because that nobody is gonna be watching candles burning. However, I mean, there are a few nutcases out there on YouTube, so they might do. But either way, Donkey Dog is for joining my channel. Like, share, comment, and of course, boom, arawa.